If you struggle with your lighting, it might be because you don't have the right equipment. There are three things that are really important to get the proper lighting. The first is the brightness level, and most lights will let you change that. The second is the color temperature. Now, most lights only give you three options. They'll give you a bright white, a warm white, and something in between. That's okay, but this particular light gives you a knob, so you can dial in the exact color temperature that you're after. Now, that is really important, especially if you're going to be up close to the camera doing things like makeup. And the third thing is the placement of your light. You don't want your light to be directly in front of you, because if you have glasses like I do, it's going to reflect in your glasses. And even if you don't have glasses, it's going to reflect in your eyes, which is really distracting. So you want it to be up higher than that. This particular light extends up to 79 inches, which is really high, and it allows you to easily get it up above your head. This light also comes with a remote control that saves you a ton of time, because it allows you to stand in front of your camera and make all of your lighting adjustments and actually be able to see how they're affecting you, instead of having to walk around, make the changes, come back and see how they look, and back and forth. This thing is a huge time saver. And another thing that I just enjoy is this plate style base instead of a tripod, because when you're working in a smaller space like I do, you don't trip over this base, which is something that I was doing to the tripod style lights all the time. And that's why this light has an amazing 4.9 star rating. Lighting is so important to get right, and if you'd like to get one of these or just learn more about them, I'll drop that orange link below so you can. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you.